morning, second grade. Welcome back from spring break. I hope you all had an awesome week. Doing all kinds of fun stuff. I can't wait to hear about it. I'll give you a chance later to tell me about it though. But I have an exciting thing to tell you, show you. Oh no, I have two things. My first exciting thing is, look at your grass. It just grew while we were gone. Everybody's looks similar to this. This one is Shyla's. It's growing good. And so anyways, if you get past the school, if you go past the drive-by or something, hop out and come look in the school classroom window and you'll see them all sitting on the windowsill. You'll see all these are grass. He needs a haircut pretty soon, doesn't he? That's our one surprise. And I have another surprise. Bet you can't guess what it is. Something's not working, cooperating here with me. Maybe I'll have to wait for this surprise till tomorrow. Oh no, it's working. It's gonna be okay, I think. Can't see what I'm doing, can you? Okay, I've got it. I think it's ready. Okay. So I have a basket here. And I have a surprise in here. I have something in here. What do you think it is? I bet you'll never guess. So I'm going to tell you what it is and show you what it is. So last evening, I heard something out on the porch. And I went out, I heard something crying. And I went out and I looked. And guess what? I went on the porch. And there, curled up in the corner of the porch, was a little puppy. Now, some of you like dogs. I don't like dogs even. Don't let anybody hear that. Anyways, there was a little puppy in the corner. And I'm going to show him to you. He was sitting in the corner. He was crying. Oh, he was shaking. He was cold, and he was scared, and he was hungry. And so I went out and I got him, and he wasn't so sure about me. I'm gonna get him out and show him to you. He's in this basket under his blanket. And there he is. Did you see the kids, Moxie? Oh, I named him Moxie. Oh no. He doesn't like to see. He's so shy. He's scared, and he's just so scared. He doesn't know, but he's not sure about the camera or people. He just wants to run and hide whenever he sees people. He will just hardly show his face. And that's what he did when I first brought him in. But he was hungry, and so I got him some food, and he'd eat part of his food, and then he'd look at me, and he'd just go and run over under the chair and hide. And I'm like, it's okay, Moxie. I named him Moxie. And he finally ate all his food till his tummy was full. But he was just so cold, so I took a blanket and I wrapped him up in a blanket. And he just snuggled right in there. And he fell asleep on my lap. And he took a nap. And now he likes me pretty much. In spite of the fact I don't like dogs. He's kind of cute. He is kind of cute. Don't tell him that I don't like dogs, okay? Anyways, so I thought, hey, I'm going to bring him to school and show my students. I know everybody's going to like him. He's such a sweet little puppy. Moxie, can you look at the kids? See, can you try and look at the kids? Put your head up. Oh, he's just so shy. He just don't want you to see his face. But you kind of saw him for today. Maybe we'll just put him back in his basket for today till he gets a little bit more used to being around me and everybody. Maybe I'll bring him to school again. But I'm going to put him back in his basket. And he can curl up in there and take a nap for now. Maybe he'll get used to being in the classroom and he'll come out more. But But for now, we'll just put him back in there and we'll just let him take a nap while we do our school, okay? So that's Moxie. Okay, let's go to our Bible memory. We have new verses today, and they're just continued on from what we learned last week. Let's say them together. Hopefully you can see pretty well. I tried to make the letters a little bit more bold this week. So you say it with me. Hopefully you can read it. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name, receiveth me. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depths of the sea. Matthew 18, 4, 5, and 6. If you remember last time, remember the disciples, they had come to Jesus and said, who is the greatest in the kingdom? They wanted to be the greatest. And Jesus said, except you be converted and come as little children, you cannot enter heaven. So that's what he's saying today. Whoever will humble himself as a little child, he is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Okay, and then over here it says, if you offend a little child, it would be better for you if someone hung a big stone around your neck and threw you into the water and you drowned. That's how terrible it is if we offend a little child. Do you know what happens? Do you know what would happen if you put a big rock, a big heavy rock around your neck, and someone threw you in the water? You would probably sink, because it would make you so heavy you couldn't stay up. And if you tried to swim, it would be too heavy. You'd probably just sink and drown. And so, anyways, Jesus is saying it's terrible if we offend a small child. That's how terrible it is. It'd be better if someone would drown instead of doing that. Okay, let's say it together. Again. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name, receiveth me. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for them that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depths of the sea. Matthew 18, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, thank you so much for helping me. Now let's go to our speed drills. Where do I have my speed drill? I thought I had it here. I must have put it over here just a minute. Okay, yes, get your speed drill out. I hope you all have them. Somebody had sent theirs back, but hopefully they received it in their packet this morning. Speed drill number 4. It's the last one on this page. Oh, and we get 2 minutes. So get your speed drill out and your pencil. I'm going to get the timer ready. Okay, ready? And if you need a little more time getting ready, you can always pause the video until you're ready. Okay, ready, set, go. and I'm going to read the answers. The first row is 10, 12, 9, 13, 11. And the next row is 12, 14, 11, 15, 13. The next row is 9, 11, 8, 12, 10. The next row is 8, 10, 7, 11, 9. And the last row is 11, 13, 10, 14, 12. Great job. Put your score on the back and put that put that page in the envelope so it can get sent to school. Okay, next let's get our math books out. And we're just going to start going right through the lesson. We're just going to talk about it as we go. Okay, tear that page out. It's page 243. Tear that page out. Put your name at the top and the date. We are still, the last day of March. March 30 it is. Tomorrow's going to be a new month. Yay. Okay, so put your date on. Now, number 1 says, circle the best object for each weight. Okay, so the first box there, it says 1 pound. Do you remember? Here's how much a pound is. It's a box of butter. So which one of those do you think weighs a pound? A crayon? I think that's supposed to be a can of soup or a feather. Which one weighs about a pound? You circle it. The next one right beside it says an ounce. Remember, our cookie is an ounce. So, which one weighs about an ounce? A sandwich? It's like a whole sandwich. Is that maybe a candy bar or a cone? Which one do you think weighs a pound? I'm so sorry, an ounce. Which one weighs an ounce? A sandwich? Looks like they used the 2 pieces of bread. And I think that's a pretty big candy bar. It looks like it's a pretty big, it looks like a big, thick candy bar, okay? Not just a real little one, okay? And then a comb using your hair, okay? Which one weighs an ounce? Okay, then the next one is 3 pounds. Which item weighs 3 pounds? So 3 of these. A vase with a rose in, a bag of apples, a toothbrush. Which one weighs 3 pounds? The next one is 15 ounces. So remember, a pound is 16 ounces, and we said take 16 of these to make a pound. So it says 15 ounces, so it's almost a pound. Which one would weigh almost a pound? Just one and less of these, because it's 15, not 16. So one of these less than a pound. 1 ounce less than a pound. 15 ounces. Would a ruler, a spoon, or a shoe weigh 15 ounces, or almost a pound? Okay, the next row. Okay, this is grams. Remember? This is a gram. This little one, can you see what I have? That's a gram. Here's a kilogram, okay? We're talking about the gram. Which one would weigh about 2 grams? A pencil, a saw, like your dad has out in the shop that he might use a handsaw, or a bike. Which one would weigh 2 grams? Now, the next one is 5 kilograms. So it means 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 of these. An apple, a bag of dog food, or sunglasses. Which one item would weigh 5 kilograms? Okay, number 2 says write the sums and differences. You know how to do that. Number 3 says write the answers, and you know how to do them. Number 4, draw lines to match. Before you do that, I want to review on the board some of these measures of weight. You say them with me. No, you say them after me. I'll say them and then you repeat them. 1 pound equals 16 ounces. 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. 1 quart equals 2 pints. 1 pint equals 2 cups. 1 dozen equals, oh, wait a minute. 1 dozen things equals 12 things. Okay, you say it. Great job. Now, let's do it together. Let's just go through it quickly and we're going to say it together. 1 pound equals 16 ounces. 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. 1 quart equals 2 pints. 1 pint equals 2 cups. 1 dozen things equals 12 things. Thank you for helping me. Okay, then you do number 4. It says draw lines to match. You know how to do that. Now we got something new. Flip the page over to 244. We have learned our tens in multiplying, our ones, and our zeros. Today we get to learn about the fives, and they're so fun too. We're learning all the fun ones. Well, they're all fun, but anyway. So I'm going to show you how this works. So if you notice in the book, they have pieces of candy. These here are pieces of candy. Well, they're little packets of candy, and inside each one is 5, okay? Inside each one is 5, and I tried to draw a candy up here. It's not perfect. But here's a piece of candy, and there's 5 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces in that candy. Okay, so if we have 1, here, I'm going to move these aside so I can use this space. Okay, so look, if we have one piece of candy with 5 in it. I don't like that X. Let me remake that X. Can you see it? I don't know if I make it bold enough here. So if we have one wrapper of candy with 5 little pieces in, how many do we have? You're right, 5. So 1 times 5 equals 5. Now what if we have 2 wrappers with 5 little candies in? Okay. 2 times 5 equals what? 10. And what I did over here is I made groups of 5 because I wasn't going to draw this many candy. So I did groups of 5. I just used tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 5s, 5, 10. Okay, so 2 times 5. Now, what if we have a group of 3 times 5? I'll draw a line here. A group of 3 with 5 in. You could use candy, you could use tally marks. So you go 5, 10, 15. Ah, it's 15. Okay? Now let's go to 4 times 5. I'll start over here. What is 4 times 5? Here again, just count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. We need 4 groups. You could do tally marks or candy again. And it's 20. Okay? Now let's do it by 5. 5 times 5 equals, did you count it? You probably already know. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yes. And you know what? You just keep on going like that. 5 times 6. You could draw more tally marks. 2, 3, 4, 5. So you go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5 times 6 is 30. And you just keep on going. Can you still see the board here? Okay, and then we could do 7. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So 5 times 7 is 35. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to do the last few, but here's what I want you to do. Next, in your book, you see the candy? I want you to write on each one. I want you to count by 5s. So the first one, you're going to write 5 on top of it. 10. You're going to count by 5s and just do that. 5, 10, 15, 20. You write them on top of it. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60, okay? You go through and you label them like that, okay? Because there's 5 in each of those wrappers. So 5, you just count by 5s for however many you need. If you need 6, you count to 6. And you'll eventually learn them for memory in your head. Anyways, and then right below it, you get to answer the facts. What is 8 times 5? Well, count up 8. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay? You can use the candies to help you. Eventually, you'll get them all memorized. If you don't know already, which is pretty easy because it's counting by 5s. Okay, number 2. Write the numbers your teacher says. Okay, here goes. The first one, A. $307.18. Remember how to write that? Let's remember. Let me erase a little bit more of this. Okay, with this all around where I'm writing. Okay, so if you have your dollar sign, remember you have your dollars here, your decimal point, and you always have to have 2 numbers back here. Up here, you'll just do whatever. Sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 3. Okay, you know that. The first one again was $307.18. Okay, B, $69.04. How do we do that when it's 4? Don't forget. Don't write 40, you have to write 4. B is $69.04. Okay, here's C. Now listen carefully. This isn't dollars and cents anymore. It's 3 1/4. You get to write a fraction, okay? Write 3 1/4. D, 10 1/2. How do we write a half? Remember, it's a fraction. 10 1/2. It's a mixed number. Those both were mixed numbers, C and D. E, 9,807. 9,807. Don't forget your comma. Okay, let's go to number 3. The world's smallest parrot, the pygmy parrot, this is supposed to be a bird, in case you couldn't tell. Okay? The world's smallest parrot, the pygmy parrot, lives in Papua New Guinea. It weighs about 12 grams. So this parrot, this little pygmy parrot, weighs 12 grams. So it weighs, it's not very big, it weighs like 12 of these. That's what it weighs, 12 of these. Okay, that's how much this little parrot weighs, okay? If 3 nickels weigh 15 grams, okay, and over here we have 3 nickels. A nickel's worth 5, you know, and they weigh, those 3 nickels weigh 15 grams, okay? The pygmy parrot weighs 12, and 3 nickels weigh 15, I'm sorry, okay? How many more grams do the nickels weigh than the pygmy parrot? Okay, so on your line, you have to write it out as a sentence. Are we going to add or take away? What do? We want to figure out how much more this is than this. Do we add it together or do we take this away? So you can figure it out. Okay, you write out the sentence. You'll put your numbers. What do you put there? Equals what? Okay? I'll read it one more time. The world's smallest parrot, the pygmy parrot, lives in Papua New Guinea. It weighs about 12 grams. If 3 nickels weigh 15 grams, how many more grams do the nickels weigh than the pygmy parrot? Okay? Oh, and number 4. Oh, I love doing perimeter. It's one of my favorite things. Write the perimeter. Remember how we do the perimeter? I'll go over it again today. So if you have a square, actually let's make a rectangle. Because a square, well, I can show you with the square first. A square, they're all the same. So usually just put it on the one side, which means you add 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 to find out the perimeter. And remember that a rectangle will have different, it's going to have 6 here and maybe 3 here. And you just add them all up. Okay? Tell the perimeter. And that's everything in your lesson today. So that was pretty fun. So you may do it, and when you're done, be sure and put your page in the envelope so I can get it tomorrow. And now you can go do extra math. Go get that extra practice with your facts. And see you tomorrow.